The costume studio, and this is where all of the production of costumes happens. We have cutting tables and sewing machines and sergers and barometers and mannequins with costumes on it and half scales that I use for the teaching of costume history. And so this is where, say for Phantom, 241 costumes were built and organized. And a costume isn't just a shirt, it's all the layers that go into that moment. So one actress may be in a corset and two petticoats and a skirt and a bodice and jewelry and wig and shoes and gloves, and it's just crazy the amount of stuff that goes into that. So we say 240 costumes for Phantom, but that is just such an enormous number. So this is where all of that magic happens. We have a fitting room in there where we have the actors go in and try the costume on, and we do initial fittings, and we alter hems and place trim and zippers and all sorts of magnificent things. And then we have a laundry facility, which is right over here. And this is where the original costume shop, when I got here, was this room. And so now we changed it into laundry and storage, as you can see. So this was the original shop. We didn't have this wall here. It was one longer room, but now there's fabric storage back there. But it's a room that's about 17 by 20, and we were producing huge amounts of shows in here. So when we got the chance, we moved into a much bigger studio, and I always joke with people there are 6 windows in that room, and there are 6 good reasons that's a good costume shop. So we love it. But this is where, when we're keeping the show maintained, we have to do laundry between shows so that the actors don't have to put on sweaty t-shirts, and so all of that happens in here, all of that magic. All right. Then down this way, we have our main stage theater, McCrary Theatre. This is where all of our big musicals take place. And they may even be building a set in here, even as we speak. Yeah, they're building a set for Sweeney Todd in here. So this is going to be Mrs. Lovett's pie shop and parlor will be down here, and these steps will lead up to Sweeney's barber shop up on the second. The orchestra pit is down in there, and this is our big theater space. I think it seats about 500, including the balcony. So this is where we do all of our big musicals. And I'm one of really 4 designers working on Sweeney Todd, for example. There's a scene designer, a lighting designer, a sound designer, and a props designer. And this is our scene shop. This is where they build all of the scenery that you see going on out there. And it gets painted and props get built here. So that's all of that. And we have the green room. This is where the actors hang out during the show, waiting to go on stage. So it's just a kind of nice, chill spot. We have a couple of dressing rooms. We have a men's dressing room and a women's dressing room. So this is where, during the show, all of the actors' costumes and things are in here, and they do their makeup and hair, and everything happens makeup-wise in here. And we even have all of the armor stored up there from Phantom of the Opera. There was a huge Hannibal, this big Roman army comes marching in, so we had to have all of that armor. How are you doing today, sir? And then this is another type of dressing room. We call it the makeup room, but basically it's where we put the smaller groups, like the stars sometimes are in here, the leads in the show, or there's a big chorus of people, they may be in here. So again, this is a smaller dressing room. Then we have the men's dressing room right in there with, yes, yet again, more armor. So this is where the guys get ready. More armor, and there's another show going in here right now that is Pavilion, which is the student design show. And each year in our season we have the first show of the season is done by the students. It's faculty directed but student designed, and it happens in our Black Box Theater. There's a class going on in there now. So if you want to come back later, we can do a tour of the Black Box. So, and then this leads to this is sort of the stage door area. At the end of the show, most of the actors will come out here and meet their family and friends and after a performance. So this is our main atrium, which is where you go into the Black Box there or into the Prairie over here. When we did Phantom of the Opera, they had a big red carpet running out and floodlights, and so that's sort of all of the spaces.